Hey guys, Mr. G here. Yesterday in StoryTime, I talked about the 8th grade basketball exit interview. So at the end of the basketball season, the coach met with all the players, tell you what you did good, and tell you if you suggest if you should try out for the high school basketball team. So during this interview in the coach's office, they were like, yes, Gregory, you made a lot of progress. You should try out for the 9th grade basketball team. So during that summer in 1994, the first part of the summer, I was in summer school, and the first week after July, I started working for the San Antonio Express News. I would end up going to work for this job for the San Antonio Express News, selling newspaper subscriptions door to door for 4 years, and I would be really good at it. Broke all the sales records and ended up making $400 or $500 a week. But for my first couple months with Express News, I wasn't too set on it. I was doing it part time. I was under the impression that I could still make it to the NBA. I could do anything I wanted to be. I believed that lie. And the thing is, there was no athletic talent in my family. There was academic talent, academic success. Both of my parents were successful academically, but not athletically. So you can't always do anything you want to do, right? So when at the end of the summer, when actual tryouts came out, during the drills, I played terrible. I was nervous and I didn't do well. And then the actual game came down to it. It came down all to this game. And my neighborhood was actually in this bleachers because it was during a regular gym time. If you didn't make the team, you had to switch to a regular gym class, but it was at the end of the day. And so everybody that took my bus to my neighborhood were all sitting in the same section up there. So these kids in general, Waylon Diggs, Brian Brodeen, Stephen Drury, all of them had seen me for years playing basketball, practicing every day. They had played basketball with me. They had known how good I was. And so when it actually came down to game time, I played terrible. And the worst part about it was the reason why. It was because I was nervous. I was way better than I appeared, but I was just so nervous. I was a bundle of nerves. They passed me a ball, I'd be like, blah, you know. I didn't know what I was doing. And I kept on looking at the crowd. I kept on looking at the kids from my neighborhood. And having a photographic memory isn't all that great because I remember their exact faces. And I remember Waylon Diggs. He normally wore glasses, but he didn't all the time because they made him look nerdy. So he wasn't wearing them this day. He had to get a closer look. And at first he looked disgusted. He was like, ugh. But then their disgust turned to laughter. They're like, what are you doing? Look how nervous he is. Like they passed him the ball, like, you know. They're like, why don't you dunk? Dunk, you know. And I was just a bundle of nerves. And then so I didn't make the team. I got cut. And what made it worse is when they put me in a regular gym class, and Chris Snyder, the kid from yesterday, he had a volleyball. We didn't have our gym uniforms because I was trying out for the basketball team. And Chris Snyder was throwing up the basketball, and I was running up, dunking it with one hand. And the head coach of the basketball team ran out. He's like, "Whoa, you're really good. You should try out for the basketball team." I was like, "Yeah, I did. I got cut the first week, you know." But the thing is, it was good that I got cut. So I ended up working for the newspaper, doing something I'm really good at, communication. I ended up being a legend with the newspaper sales. I broke every sales record. I learned more from that job at the San Antonio Express News than I would have at any basketball season. And it was definitely the wise thing to do. So sometimes